The WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. You can win up 325 times your entry with their new Pick 8. Sign up with promo code NBA SGPN for a special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get the best data-driven props and picks from Rhythm. Claim your 7-day free trial going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Yes, sir. We're back with another edition of the WNBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No meaning or voice on the guys. Me, really Row, feeling Row. Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service.
How about if you sweep it out?
What's the point? I can't do anything right.
You'll do fine.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from stupid town?
All right, I'm done with the Aces team total. I won't do it anymore. I thought that I was going to, watch them hit it tonight. Just watch it hit tonight, though. Watch it hit tonight or watch it hit. And this is probably what I should have did. I should have waited till tonight. I got a little overzealous. I played the Aces directly after. And watch it be tonight. Watch it when I'm not playing it. It's going to hit. I know it. However, the Aces team total over at 94.5 killed me in the last game against the Fever. They get the win. They just didn't have to go over 94.5. They got the cover as well. Mystics 11 plus. All right, I don't know what to make of this Sparks team. I mean, they still lost, but they were really in that game for more than I thought they were going to be. They're actually leading a half. They were in that game.
They were up 15 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to make of that Sparks team. However, Mystics did end up getting the win. They didn't kill the Sparks like I thought they were, though. So 11 plus doesn't hit there. You heard on my co-host Scott Studio Reichel. Scott, what's going on?
Scotty, beam me up.
Surprise. How about if you sweep it out?
What's the point? I can't do anything right.
You'll do fine.
Hey, pal. You just blowing from stupid town?
Yeah, not good. Yeah, I know. It's a shame. I think that was our first Oprah episode of the year. But I'm trying to remember what my exact picks were. Because for my lock, it wasn't close. I had John Quell points under. Minnesota done a great job against her in the past, and she was phenomenal. John Quell came out with a purpose, and she had 13 in the first half, ended up with, I think, 21 in that game. That was not close. The dog was annoying. It was kind of correlated to your Aces team total over. I had Asia 30 plus, and she had 28. So she went over her default prop, but didn't get the 30. Second time I've taken her this year to go for 30, and she had 28 both times. So Asia gets right there and then just doesn't get there for me. But point is, she could have gotten there, but the Aces were coasting for most of the second half, and she had a great start to the game. She had 18 points in the first quarter and a half or something. And then at that point, she kind of took her foot off the gas a bit, but was close in the dog there. Would have been a nice hit. But unfortunately, Asia needed one more basket, and we couldn't get it. So it didn't work out.
Scott, this is actually only the second time this season that we've had a double reverse sweep.
I thought it was the first time. I don't even remember the other time.
No, there was another time where oh, wait, hold on. Is that the first time?
I thought it was the first.
No. There is another time. We both had Wings minus 2.5, and that didn't hit. And then
Wings
I had
minus 2.5. That must have been a long time ago.
Yeah, it was a really, really long time ago. Wings minus 2.5. That didn't hit. I had an Aces team total under an 87.5. And then looks like over parlay. And then you had Billings double as well.
Oh, yeah, that was also
time.
close. Yeah, that was awesome. That missed by an inch, I think.
Yeah.
I remember
Been a long time. Been really good. It's fine, though. We're good. We're due for a bounce back. We're due to bounce back. So, here we are. Before I get to the games actually being played tomorrow, got to talk to you about SGPN stories. They have a new story out on the Patreon. Make sure you sign up for Patreon. They do a Forensic Files deep dive into the Bobby Petrino motorcycle accident that cost him his job. Plus, If you're not already checking us out, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you are to subscribe, you follow all of that WNBA Gambling Podcast. So make sure you tap into the WNBA Gambling Podcast. All right. Scott, we're here. We got 3 games tomorrow. We got lined on 2. We got a game that's coming up tonight for the people. Aces, Mystics tonight. The Aces actually on a back-to-back because they are the one line we don't have tomorrow. They play tomorrow, so we don't have a line out on them. Probably won't drop until the end of that game later tonight, but Aces and Sparks at home, we're not going to be able to have a line on that one. But what we do have a line on is the Atlanta Dream. On the road, going to play the Dallas Wings. Wings are laying 1.5 here. 165.5 is total. Injury report, and it's a doozy because as he giveth, he taketh away. And the Jordan Canada experience is now back on pause, at least until after the Olympic break, probably some time after that, but at least. So for the Atlanta Dream, no Ryan Howard. We knew that. Area Powers is still dealing with that calf injury. And new to the injury report, Jordan Canada has a broken finger from that Liberty game. She will not be playing in this game. Maddie Seeger, Satu Sabali, and Jaylen Brown all out for the Wings. Scott, I was on the Dreamboat for a game. One game. That's all it took. One game. And I don't even know how she played in that Sky game with a broken finger, but like they said it was, they definitely said it was during the Liberty game that she got the broken finger. So,
I mean, both
yeah.
teams stink, so it's tough to fully evaluate.
Yeah, but how is the Dream going to score?
Do we play the sound drop? Like, are we back to that point now for the Dream? Or is the
Yeah.
record too good to play that?
I guess the record is too good to play it, but like this is a complete, like now you're missing both Howard and Canada.
Yeah.
Again, it
though
didn't go well. It didn't go well the first time around. Like, I mean, honestly, like regardless of everything else, how are the Dream going to consistently score here if they don't have anybody get anybody the ball?
The argument would be the Wings defense, but that's, a terrible unit in general. The Wings are terrible. They lost again to the Mercury. Almost had a nice comeback there, but fell short. Gave up 100-plus points in the process. I'm going to ask you, if you have to pick a side on this one, where are you going?
Wings.
Okay, because they're at home?
Yeah, pretty much. They're at home. I'll take that. And I can at least count on, I feel like I can count on Enrique in the second half of that game, fourth quarter of the game, to go on a scoring run and at least pull the Wings out of it. I just don't know where. I mean, yeah, Tina Charles can have a really good game here inside the paint, but she's going to have to deal with Kalani Brown, Mo Billings, I guess Tierra McCowan, but we really don't know what's going on with that. She got benched last game.
I think I'm with you. I'm gonna lean Wings with just a bit too much firepower, but damn, these teams are terrible.
It just sucks because they're just so like you're missing 4 starters between the two. You're missing 4 starters.
Yeah.
And then Area Powers is your spark off the bench, six player off the bench for the Wings. Like, well, I guess not counting Cheyenne, so maybe 7, but still, like, there's the only thing that I can get excited about this game is the under. And it's not really because of the Wings defensively, because I think the Wings are horrible defensively. I just don't think Atlanta has whatever it takes to be able to capitalize off of it. I think both of these two teams are about to run some slow paces. It's going to be ugly offensive sets, maybe 24-second shot clock violations. Like, I don't trust either of these teams right now to look good in this game. So I think it's just going to be ugly. Like, the Wings have a horrible defense. Yeah, the Dream aren't nothing to write home about. But I just think both of these offenses are going to look terrible. Give me under 165.5.
I think I'm going to agree on principle because I really don't know how the Dream are supposed to score in this matchup. And if there's one thing the Wings actually have, it's size. They can actually match up against Cheyenne and against Tina Charles to some degree. The main issue, though, for the Dream, besides the fact that they're shorthanded, is they were bad offensively anyway. So I think even the bad Dream defense, the bad Wings defense can do enough at least in this matchup to some degree. So I agree with you. I'm going to lean under because I'm not sure how the Dream are going to score. Maybe it's just a team total under thing, but I think the Wings are actually in a good spot to win a game, which is saying a lot because you know my thoughts on the Wings. I think they're horrible.
Yeah, that's the best way to fade both of these two teams. They're just not going to score many points. It's not even going to be like a good defense. They're just probably going to miss a lot of buckets and not score points. These offenses aren't going to be really good in this one. At least I don't.
I think my question for you is: do you prefer the full game under? Or do you prefer the Dream team total under? Because I do think with Canada's activity defensively not being there anymore, the Wings can score against this team.
No, give me a full game because both of these two teams could blow it.
Okay.
Both of them. Like if it was lopsided one way or another, and that's the way it got over, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like both of these two teams could blow it right now.
All right.
All right.
Just throwing out ideas.
Player props. If anything, is anything?
Do we have
out?
any? These teams are dead. I don't know if we have any props.
Let's see here. Let's go on a trusty old book and find out. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the wrong game.
Yeah, I do. I see props.
Okay. Let's see here. What? Oh, well, I don't see them.
What do you want to know?
Huh. Well,
Do you
I'm just gonna
blindly
take
go
Enrique
Alicia?
again.
I was going to ask if you blindly go Alicia Gray because nobody else in the team can really do anything.
It's just really like she just gets so much. She commands so much defensive attention at this point that it's really hard. I think blindly, yeah. If anybody's going to score, it probably is Alicia Gray. But just give me Enrique, man. I think Enrique is going to go whatever her points prop line is. It's probably not high enough, and she's the only person that I feel like I can trust in the back end of the game to be able to score. Well, Natasha Howard too. So.
Okay, so Enrique is at 23.5. The over is even money actually on the 23.5. For Gray, I saw 16.5. The over is minus 110.
Yeah, I'm just gonna back. I really want to take a Tiara McGowan under, but I feel like as soon as we get to spicy with that, that's when they're going to start playing her minutes. So yeah, the only people I would possibly interested in is Enrique's points, maybe a play on Natasha Howard points, but I think I'd rather have Natasha Howard's rebounds instead. I think that's going to be the matchup, and that's where she's going to really, really add a contribution. Is just cleaning up the glass on a bunch of the misses that I wholeheartedly expect to happen in this game. So Natasha Howard and Tina Charles, both of their rebounds sound really good in this one.
Okay, so I don't see any Howard rebounds, but I see her points are at 16.5. So you mentioned McCown unders. Her points are at 9.5. I don't have any rebounds, so all I have is 9.5 for McCown right now.
All right, that's how I look at it. Enrique points, Howard rebounds, Tina rebounds, whenever that drops.
I think I do like Gray points, though, at 16.5. She has gone over in 4 of the last 5. She's had at least 17 in 3 straight. In the head-to-head, she's gone over 18 in 3 straight. So anytime you can have 19-plus in 3 straight head-to-heads, including 21 in the first meeting of the season, I think Alicia Gray is appealing here. It's also a revenge game for Alicia Gray, so I don't mind the over 16.5 points.
All right, like it.
That's all I got for props.
Before we get to the next game, so I got to talk to you about Underdog Fantasy. Pick 8 is live, and you can double flex your entries. That's right. Underdog will automatically double flex your entries, and you can miss up to 2 picks and still win your entry with their new Pick 8. Plus, you can win up 325 times your original amount. Make sure you go sign up with that promo code NBA SGPN to claim your special pick. Yes, they have special pick like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. They'll give special picks in the WNBA all the time. You get a special pick and a first-time deposit offer of $250 in bonus cash. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN at UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code NBA SGPN. We're also brought to you by Circa Sports with their Circa Survivor and Circa Millions. Circa Millions is a pick 5 ATS teams each week and compete for a chance to win $6 million. And in Circa Survivor, you can survive the NFL gauntlet to claim a $10 million prize. There's no rake. Make sure you sign up in person at Circa Sports between now and September 7th. And you can use a proxy to play anywhere. Just make sure you use that website, footballcontestproxy.com. That's footballcontestproxy.com. Save $50 with promo code SGP. So make sure you book your trip to the Ultimate Contest weekend, August 22nd through 24th, and sign up for Circus Sports, Circa Millions, and Circus Survivor. All right, next game on the docket for tomorrow. We got the Chicago Sky traveling to Seattle. Wait, where is it at? Oh, it's up there. They're traveling to Seattle, play Seattle Storm. Storm laying 9.5 here. It opened up at 10. It's down 9.5. 161 is the total. Injury report here. And I actually don't think I have anything. Hold on. Go back. Next day. Oh, the Sun took the lead back. All right, here we go. Yep, nope, no injury report, just Elizabeth Williams, as I thought. We haven't seen this yet.
Nope. Should be a fun matchup.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a battle on the inside with Angel and Cardoso going up against NECA and Ezzy.
I guess the question, when the spread's that big, I guess the question that you have is, do you think Chicago can actually hang around? Forget about winning for a second. Do you think that this has the makings of a close game, or do you think that Chicago's going to struggle playing in the West Coast and the Storm eventually wear them down?
I mean, it just feels like Chicago's games kind of always have this same script of like they're in the game for a little while and then it gets to the second half and they just kind of blow it. So it's like, how bad do they blow it? They blew the cover against Minnesota. They were leading that game majority of the time, ended up blowing it in the fourth quarter, and Minnesota got this cover of 7, but like 9.5. They ended up, I think I'm going to take the Sky. Okay. I think I'm going to take the Sky. First half actually does sound intriguing at plus 6.5. Now that you mention it and I see the number sitting there, 6.5 in the first half, that actually might be a gift. I think I like that a little bit better than Chicago for the game, but I'm going to go with Chicago for the game. 9.5 is just a lot of points, and the Chicago team just constantly finds ways to be in games early in the game and then just kind of blow it in that second half. I mean, they're one of the worst second half teams in the league. Just offense is anemic, and then in the fourth quarter, it just gets even worse. Like, if they're giving Seattle, if they have a lead, Seattle may be able to come back and just not be trying to cover. But if Seattle's leading, it might end up being ugly. But no, I'm gonna take Chicago. I think they're gonna be close. I think they'll be in the game. And it's defensively, they're still solid. It's not like they're horrible. They give themselves a chance. It's just in the second half of games, they just kind of lose focus and just kind of fall apart. And they're young teams, so yeah.
By the way, they did
give me Chicago to blow it.
They faced off in Chicago back on the 28th of May, and we saw the Storm win by 9.
Okay. I remember that.
They're only up 1 at halftime, though. So Chicago did hang in there. For what it's worth.
Yeah. Give me Chicago plus 9.5 for the game. I don't feel as good as I do with the first half. Chicago's been in a lot of first halves. Let me look at their first half record. It feels like
I think I'm just going to lean first half. I'm really tired of having Chicago money and just watching them play the fourth quarter. I just don't want to. By the way, this was the 5th game of the season, the head-to-head meeting, so it was dated, but I am going to at least mention it. Reese in that game at 11 points, 12 rebounds. That might have been her first career double-double. I'm not sure if that officially was, but it might have been. Yeah, I'll mention that in the player prop section, but I think Chicago on the boards can have success. They out-rebounded the Storm by 5 in the first meeting, despite shooting about 3% worse from the floor. They had 10 offensive rebounds. I thought they played well in the glass. The issue was from the outside, they went 4 of 12, and it seemed like a lot of the overall guards actually didn't shoot that well, especially the bench. The bench was horrible for Chicago in that game. So that could be the difference, but I think I'm going to win Chicago plus the points. I think that the Storm, once again, are the better team, but 10 points is a lot. I think the Sky can hang in there, but I prefer the first half, and maybe Seattle blows them out in the second half.
Sky 3-5 on the road in the first half this season, 9-8 overall.
By the way, this is a back-to-back rematch game where they face off on Friday and Sunday, no travel. So keep that in mind.
Oh, well, I got to take the dog the first matchup. Hopefully, get the dog, catch the favorite on the back end. Storm been really good in the first half at home. 7-2 ATS, 16-12 overall for the season. Holy crap! I don't know if I'm gonna back that. Wow, maybe it is. Maybe I do need to be on the Storm here.
Hutch is saying that Nafisa just went to the locker room.
Oh no, that's horrible. I just turned the game off too to come do this. That's crazy. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll just stick with my gut and say Sky. My gut says Sky. I'm gonna go with my gut. All right, total. I feel better about though. 161. It wasn't even close last time.
I like the under.
Yeah, give me the under. Both of these two teams, under teams for the most part. The first half under looks pretty good. Storm in the first half, 7-12 on the season, and 8-10 for the Chicago Sky in the first half. So could see a little bit slower pace though first half in this one. Storm dead under team, 8-11, 42% to the over. I think this is one of those spots where just defense prevails. Storm have a really good defense, and then the Sky can step up defensively sometimes. And especially with the Storm, it's more of the streakiness of the shooting right now. And it's like a Jewel Lloyd is going off and it's going over, but if she's not going off, then it's probably going under. So it's going to be the defensive matchup and what they're going to have for Jewel Lloyd. And that's probably going to be a problem. And I'll talk about it now in the prop section because I think I'm just looking at the backcourt, and it's going to be Data Evans. She's going to have to come off the bench and give some really good good minutes if she's going to want to slow Jewel Lloyd down in this game, who's coming off of 2 30-point games and a 26 in our last 3. I'm not fading the GOAT right now. I'm sorry. I'm backing Jewel Lloyd again, and she'll be able to find a way to score. Let's see. Anything else here?
I just want to see what Injuri's rebounds are at. That's really all I care about. What's the number are we at this point? I only see points. All right. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for rebounds, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah, they're not out yet. I don't see anything. I mean, how do you fade it? Like, what number would it have to be for you to fade it? Like, what point would you have to say that I'm not even like, there's no number. Like, seriously, any number you throw out there is like, oh, all right. Like, of course, like 14.5 is not reasonable for them to set the line. But if they set the line at 12.5.
I'm going to read off the last couple of games for her rebounds, just so everyone knows. So, Angel Reese, this is from most recent to least recent. These are rebound totals. 19, 16, 11, 16, 18, 13, 14, 10, 13, 11, 10, 13. What are we doing here? She's a rookie. This is wild. This is crazy. I know that people can make the argument that, some of her rebounds are offensive because she misses layups and gets putbacks. I don't even care. She legitimately might be the best rebounder in the entire league, and she's a rookie. She might be the best rebounder in the entire league. Is that even a hot take?
Nope.
She's leading the league in rebounding. I don't think that's a hot take.
No, I'm with you. I agree.
Mike's telling me that the rebounds are 13.5 on Hard Rock. So 13.5 rebounds might be the number now.
Oh, shoot.
That might be a pass. That might be a pass. I'm not going to bet the under, though. I can't bet the under. She's too good at rebounding.
Yeah, I definitely can't. All right. No line on the Sparks Aces game. Don't really know what to tell you. I mean, the Sparks been good to a double-digit number all year. Let me see.
Sparks beat them, though. It's a revenge game. That matters to you.
It is a revenge game. It is a revenge game. Let's see. The Sparks catching 10-plus points are 6-2 ATS this year. More than likely, it's going to be. I mean, we understand it's probably going to be 10-plus points, right?
It's going to be. Yeah. I mean, them being on a back-to-back, though, can make it a bit interesting, but I'm assuming it'll be around 10.
Before they play the Mystics game, the Aces are 3-4-1 when laying 10-plus points.
I'm going to ask you. It's a terrible scheduling spot, and the Sparks are giving them problems. Not even just the game that they won, even the game they lost earlier this year. That game was close.
I'm taking the Sparks team total over. I think I'm taking the Sparks team total over, and I'm probably going to take the Sparks plus the points,
I agree
regardless
with
of what it's
you.
at.
I agree with you about the team total. I think I prefer the over in the game. The Aces could just drop 100 on them. It wouldn't shock me. You're not betting the team total over anymore, so the Aces probably score 100 in this game. But
Yeah.
I'll lean over for the matchup. I think the Sparks can score against this team. The Aces defensively, even with the recent hot streak they're on, have not been good defensively. So yeah, I like the over. I see points.
All right. Before we get into lock and dog, got to talk to you about Rhythm. Rhythm is the go-to betting tool that you need to do. They've been red hot in their projections for WNBA and golf, by the way. Definitely in golf as well. But of course, here in the WNBA, they have been doing their thing and they've been offering great recommendations. They also, Scott, I saw this earlier and I'm going back to Rhythm to confirm before I get my bet in because I love it when us and Rhythm both agree on a play. And Rhythm has 65.1% win probability on, drum roll please, Dream Wings. Dream and the Wings. They project 161 total points in that game, in the Dream Wings game. So they're on the same side of us with the under 166.5 in the Dream Wings game. Make sure you use that promo code, or make sure you go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Sorry, make sure you go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm for a 7-day free trial. RITHMM is how you spell rhythm. Sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM rhythm. All right. Lock dog. Can't really give you an underdog lineup. Sorry, guys.
We don't have enough props. So
For my
damn,
lock.
what a bad card. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
For my lock, I'm sticking with Rhythm. Me and Rhythm on the same side. I'm agreeing. I'm not even questioning it. Under 166.5 in that Dream and Wings game because I think both of these offenses are going to look horrible. I think that the battle inside the paint is going to be a battle between Tina Charles, Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, and it's going to be, Natasha Howard, Kalani Brown, Tam McGowan. Like, they're going to kill each other down low in the paint, and I don't think it's going to be good. Like, I don't think it's going to result in a bunch of points, but just in heavy defense, maybe some fouls, but more so I think that the pace is going to be incredibly slow. I think the offenses are going to be trying to figure out, especially the Atlanta Dream, who are really, like, again, another serious blow on offense, and to not only be down Ariel Powers, but now down Jordan Canada when you're already down Ryan Howard. Like, those are three of your best scorers, like, three top scorers on your team. So that's going to be really tough for them to overcome. Yeah, I'm fading it. I'm going under 166.5 for this game. That's my lock. For my dog, I will take the Chicago Sky in the first half on the money line.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hope for this is the road game. This is the Seattle. We understand we're going to be playing this team a lot over. They just kind of sleepwalk into this game. A little bit of a letdown for Seattle, who's won the 4 straight, and they're sitting at home and they've been chilling at home. Like, they haven't been contested at home since they got off of that road trip. They went home to Connecticut, Indiana, Dallas, and Dallas. They played the last 4 games at home, and I think they still got a good number of games. They get after this again. They have Chicago, another game at home. Then they have Vegas. I'm pretty sure this is a 9-game homestand. Yeah, this is a 9-game homestand. Chicago, Aces, Lynx, Dream. It's going to get a little sleepy in the middle. I think they're going to get a little sleepy, a little bit too comfortable in the middle. I still think that this Chicago team is really competitive in the first half of games, even though I haven't showed it too much on the road. I'll take Chicago. Plus the points. What's that? Plus 270. 270 is a solid price. I'm not mad at the 270 price. So plus 270 in the first half. Nice little pizza bet sprinkle there.
All right. So for my lock, I am going to co-sign the under with you in the Wings game. I think that line's too high, especially with the injuries that the Dream are dealing with. Both teams are dealing with. So give me the under in that one. I think it might be an overreaction to how high scoring the game was against the Mercury a couple days or yesterday. But the Mercury we know play at a very fast pace and they like to score a bunch of points, and the Dream do not. So I see an ugly game there. I'll agree with you on the under as my lock. For my dog, I really did not see much, so I'm going to have to try to create a parlay of some kind because I really didn't see anything. So I definitely am going to include, even though I do like the under in the game, I am going to go with Alicia Gray over on her points, especially with the injuries they have to Canada and Howard now. I think she's going to have to shoot. So I think Alicia Gray, who had 21 in the first meeting of the season, is in line for a good opportunity for her to get to 20 and change. I would have taken her alt points line, but unfortunately I didn't see one, so I can't take it. So I'm going to have to create a parlay. So give me Alicia Gray over 16.5 points, and I'm going to parlay that with who do I want to go with for this one? You know what? I'm going to back the person that's been in great form recently. Give me Jewel Lloyd. I'll take Jewel Lloyd over 22.5 points as well. That 2-pick pays out a plus 272. So once again, my lock's going to be on the under 166.5 in the Dream and Wings game. And my dog will be on Alicia Gray over 16.5 points, parlayed with Jewel Lloyd over 22.5 points, and that 2-pick pays out at plus 272.
All right. Scott, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
No, once again, a weird schedule with missing a line and with all the injuries, so we have no player props. But nice to be back. I'm not sure when the next episode is going to be. You know when we're going to do the next episode?
We might be back tomorrow. So it's a few games on Saturday, so we probably can swing tomorrow. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Let's see. Yeah, we got a couple of games on Saturday. Big slate on Sunday. We're for sure hitting that big slate on Sunday, but maybe we drop a 1 p.m. game tomorrow. Why don't they have lines for the Favor of Liberty game tomorrow at 1? That should be already out. I mean,
tomorrow or you mean Saturday?
Wait, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Friday. Oh, wait. No,
you mean Saturday, right? Okay.
Yeah, never mind. That's Saturday. All right, so yeah, we might be back tomorrow for Friday games, but for the Saturday games, but for sure back on Saturday for the Sunday games. Absolutely. All right. Hey, but you know how you can guarantee we have episodes if you support this podcast. And you can support this podcast by, one, making sure you're subscribed to us on YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you get your podcasts. Make sure you're leaving 5-star ratings and review. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're liking this video right here. Like this video. All of that adds to us and adds to the money maker and the growing of the product. So we can constantly come out here and give you free picks every day. I want to come out here every day and give you free picks, but we can't. But you can help us do that by just supporting us. Support the Patreon, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. All of that stuff really, really helps us as a show. And yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just going to end it like this. We are out of here.